Yo, everybody, Serial Convert here for you with yet another weekly benchmark video. Um, so, I tried recording this 3 times already, but the first time I started streaming on Twitch. The second time I recorded and then I ended the recording instead of ending the opening sound bite. So this is the third time trying to do it. I know I said no redos and all that, but first time I was streaming, so I didn't even end it. The second time I ended it thinking that I was ending the soundbite, but I was ending the recording. So this third time is, the one that actually takes the cake because I did not actually mean to end the recording. And in the first instance, I didn't even start the recording. I started streaming on Twitch. The reason why I defaulted to streaming on Twitch is because that happens so long sometimes because I've been streaming on Twitch for, I don't know, 7 years. Ever since like 2015, 2014 or something. It's currently the year 2022. So, that kind of happens sometimes. I think I've done it twice, including this time alone. As you can see, my head is not all the way here, metaphorically speaking, of course. So, yesterday, 2 days ago, on Sunday, Sunday or Monday, after midnight, shortly after, I started streaming Kenkole, and I started the event like I said I would. And we did 2 streams. The first one was kind of a little bit of a mock-up kind of thing that didn't go all that well because, what happened was I kind of had this problem where, I just had this problem where, I had this problem where I was starting up the stream and then I wasn't really, it wasn't really working out. I had some connection issues or something or other because I had some setup issues. I don't really remember the basic details of it, but basically it's been like 3 months since the last time I streamed on Twitch. I have been doing the weekly video benchmarks. This is like the 12th or the 13th benchmark video week in a row. Of course, as per usual, it's a day late because I was streaming the last 2 days, and before that, let me tell you, this week has been stressful. It's been really stressful. The first day, I basically, what happened with the first? I requested 4 days off, right? I requested 4 days off for Kenkole. And what basically happened was the first day, I had the day off. I was like, I'm going to play Kenkole. But then I had the lag issue. So I said, since I have this lag issue, I might as well get something that I need to do out of the way. And I basically went and did my taxes all day. It took me 8 hours to do my taxes. And I was like, yeah, this is okay. The second day, I'm going to basically make some, some overall kind of like, some overall adjustments, and maybe I'll get to be playing Kenkole that day. The next day, the second day of my 4 days off. But what happened was, basically, instead of doing my taxes, because I already did it the day before, it took me 8 hours, of course, that wouldn't take me a bit much. Of course, in between, it didn't take entirely 8 hours of me just doing my taxes. I had to account for capital gains and losses and etc, etc. And that's why it took so long, because when you do stocks and you do crypto, you have to account for that in your capital gains and losses section. You have to properly document it, otherwise it's tax fraud, etc, etc. And that was a whole bag of worms, metaphorically speaking, by itself. But what basically happened on the second day is I did this 13-page kind of like 13-page document. There was a bunch of work on it. that I had to do. Excuse me. I had to do, and it was kind of something that just yeah, it wasn't like the best time. I spent like a good 5 to 6 hours on that as well, because it was a 13-page document that required multiple signatures and multiple inputs, and there was a reference sheet as well, and documentation of previous places you've lived, etc., etc. All that hassle, busy work that, you know, bureaucratic kind of stuff that just happens day in and day out, and it was just an honest pain as well. So imagine day by day stacking two major functions, both have like 13 plus page documents side by side on my days that I requested off. I'm not getting paid for these days. I don't have any vacation time. Unless I do, because I've been working as security at my new venue for like a year now, so maybe I have vacation time, but I don't really know if I want to ask it off, especially since I'm doing it to play Kenkole. Kind of makes me feel weird about it, you know? But vacation time is vacation time, so I don't know if that's the actual case or not. But, basically, first and second day I used up. And then the third day, finally, I was getting around to Kenkole, and like how I said earlier, there was this issue where the Kenkole kept freezing up, right? It was basically this issue, I don't know if I talked about it last week, but it's this issue where I can play Kenkole, but there was like 5-minute loading times. Every screen that had basic loading, there was a 5-minute loading time, and it was related to overseas cookies and basically blockchain, not blockchain, basically processing at the Kenkole dev base in regards to simple data transmission. There was major problems. They even tweeted about it on the Kenkole wiki. It was a major problem. It went on for 2 weeks. It was so annoying. I couldn't even start the event. So on the third day that I requested off, I basically said, you know, I gotta fix this problem somehow. And as a result, I went out and, I didn't went out, I stayed home the entire time. But, I went online and I searched up some VPNs, and I got a browser VPN that works just fine. And it lets me pull up Kenkole just fine. And I also reinstalled and updated my Soft Ether VPN on the side just in case I need a fallback option. I tried Electronic Observer and a few other methods, but if that doesn't let me use KC3 Kai, it kind of feels alien to me. I kind of feel like I'm out in the water. I'm out of the water and I'm not exactly understanding what's happening, because when it comes down to it, if I don't have KC3 Kai, the same exact thing that I've been using for basically 5 years, 6 years of my Kenkole experience, which is basically the majority, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, honestly. I'm super reliant on KC3 Kai. It's one of the best applications for Kenkole, and I needed it. So after I got the VPN and I set it up, I was able to reliably get onto Kenkole, and I've been reliably getting into Kenkole and doing the event. So the end of day 3, I was finally able to get to the point where I could play Kenkole, but I didn't play Kenkole. Going on to the 4th day, after midnight, the very start of the 4th day, I started streaming Kenkole, and we did that for 2 days, because I sectioned it to be 4 days, and then my 2 days off, making it like a 6-day consecutive week off. Almost a full week off. And it was good planning, because the 4th and the 5th day, which would be Sunday and Monday and Tuesday being my normal days off, it was for the best because I made a lot of progress. I cleared all of E1, which has 4 phases for some reason, and I cleared E2 for the most part on stream. Not with regarding the TP phase, which I did off stream. And then I started E3 and I did the TP phase off stream. And now I'm currently at E3 Part 2 Phase 2. Maybe even a little bit after that, because I think E3 Part 1 was kill a boss, and then E3 Part 2 was clear TP God, so I'm probably on Phase 3 right now, which is unlocking the boss, and then I get to kill boss, or I get to kill boss to the last stance, and then I do debuff, then I kill boss. So it's still a ways away with clearing E3. I don't know if I want to stream that or not. It's coming down to the wire. It's the 23rd right now. The event ends on the 29th. I have to make some major progress, and I have not been having good sleep schedule recently. I should have been playing Kenkole all this night, but I'm so tired from the taxes and the forms and the streaming and the mental stress hula hoops. Dude, my freaking thoughtful third Thursday happened freaking 5 days ago. And then I had my weekly 4-week short story build that I had to do in an hour. Then I had to do my daily drawings every day because that doesn't fucking stop. I'm like on the 264th day. 264th, let me see here. I'm on the 255th day today. And I still have to do my daily drawing later today. So I said, you know, I might as well get my recording my weekly benchmark video, because that's also part of my requirement for the weekly out right now. And then maybe I'll sleep, and then I'll do my daily drawing, and then I'm gonna have to go to work. And when I get back home, I'm gonna have to do Kenkole. And in honesty, there's 7 days left in the month, and my monthly animation, I'm not gonna do it. Let me be honest with you. On top of the fact that Kenkole ends on the 30th of this month, there's no extension. They haven't set an extension because the event's pretty freelo, but the event's really long. I don't know if I can. It's a good thing that basically it ends on. It basically ends on the 30th, which is Wednesday. So I still get 2 days off, Monday and Tuesday of next week, to clear the event. That's the only saving grace I have. Other than that, I've been overworked. I've been playing too much poker. Like I said, all last week I was just playing poker, and I was still playing poker this week, which is why the productivity and the Kenkole progress has been slow, to say the least, even though I'm at E3, which is halfway through. EOs are normally way longer than the main op, to say anything, and it's a shame that I'm still on the main operations. I should already be done with E3 if I've been at it for like 14 hours, which I have been. Events are getting really long nowadays, but I still like Kenkole a lot, so it's not a big deal breaker for me that it's longer. If anything, it's like good for replayability value. And there's a lot of good farming spots this event. So it's overall a good event. I like it so far. E3 Part 1 was pretty fun. It was a short 5-node into boss with challenging Ta class and Rook class pre-boss into CV Hime. It was a pretty interesting, pretty short, pretty fun phase. But now I'm in the unlocking phase, and I'm kind of like, well, now we're back into the modern day Kenkole. But that's part of the deal when, you know, I heard that you can get Yamato in E1, and you could get Musashi in E3, and you could get Iowa. You could get Iowa draw. You can get Iowa guns. You can get burger guns for free. Infinite duplicates. Not technically for free, you have to farm them, but still, it's insane the amount of good drops that you could get. It really is. When it comes down to it, the amount of hard work that you can put into getting a good drop is really great nowadays. It's at a really good accumulative state, and I feel like with the release of Kenkole Season 2, we might get some new blood into the overseas community, and it'll be overall pretty fun. But anyway, this week's drawings I've been trying to draw bodies, but like I said, I've been so stressed. I don't know. I've been trying, and overall, I feel like I did pretty good. The weekly benchmark was mostly a study, just a chest challenge. Basically, limit test myself. 1 second. Sorry. Forgot to change it. But anyway, like I was saying, last week we did reconnaissance member. I really still like this drawing. I still feel like the head is a little bit too big, but that's beside the point. Starting pace, it's from, it's Tui from the Mad. I really did like this. It's kind of like obscured one leg, so I made like a phase on it. Paper cut corners, I didn't have a lot of time, so I went for a simplistic, very simplistic character. The guy from Villainous. I never even really watched the series. I watched the pilot, but I never watched the series. Like I said, I was literally forced to do Thoughtful Third Thursday. Not but 7 days ago or 6 days ago. It was insane. It was insane. On top of the taxes, on top of the forms, on top of the hilarious deadline of Kenkole being stated literally not but a week away from now. I have the Thoughtful Third Thursday plus the daily, plus the monthly short story, and I had to do both of them. But I'm pretty happy with the result. I kind of really like it. It's nice. It's a nice little drawing. Overall, it just reminds me of poker. That's why I drew it. My main inspiration was poker. It was a nice drawing that really helped me stress relieve myself from the poker scene. And let me tell you, the poker scene has been not great. I heavily ranked up, and then I heavily ranked down, and now I'm at a midpoint where I can get to promotion, but I can also, by the same point, drop really low if I play really bad. It's a completely frick situation, and I just want out of it at this point. I've been playing poker for 3 weeks, and it's done nothing but give me stress. Like, I slept 3 times yesterday from the stress of all last week, and let me tell you, this plus the daily draws, it's not getting much. But anyway, this, kind of liked it. It's not really on... It's not really on point. Basically, it's poker. Poker chase. A girl playing poker chase. That's how much poker is on my freaking mind when you have 2 poker-fired pictures side by side. My mind, and I can't get it out of my head until I hit highest elo. Ah, jeez, just out. I just want to finish Kenkole event. Just let me finish the Kenkole event, and then let me just relax for 1 freaking second. Every day, it gets harder, and there's more stuff on my plate. I gotta drop the monthly animation. I'm still gonna work on the final one that I was meaning to do, the 4th one. But it looks like it's still gonna be time sensitive. It might even carry into next month. Who knows? But I don't know. I'm gonna work on it. I don't know if I'll release it on time, but I'll work on it. It'll be my last video of the month because I feel like with the amount of... I'm picking up the workout regiment, and I've been working out the last few days. And that on top of everything else, plus the daily draws, plus the Thoughtful Third Thursday, plus the original drawing once a month, which is Thoughtful Third Thursday, plus the short stories, plus the plots that I'm writing down, and the streaming for Kenkole on top of everything. I don't know if I even have the time to draw an animation before the end of this month, because the Kenkole event goes until the end of this month. I'll definitely try to make it through, but it won't be good, and it definitely won't be, like, the best thing who knows? Anyway, minimal perseverance. That's basically my state of mind. Overloaded, basically also my state of mind. I've just been drawing characters that make me, like, I don't want to be. This is my weekly benchmark video drawing. It's a slight deviation from the original concept, but I really wanted to draw this face because honestly, it reminds me of how I feel right now, which is honestly just really stressed out. Really stressed out primarily because of the poker, also primarily because of the Kankole event, and a variety of other factors, to say the least. I just want this month to honestly go well, to not fail any of my persevered, like, preconcepted goals, which would be clear Kankole, continue drawing every day, and clear the Kankole event, and meet all my deadlines for all my other stuff. But my monthly animation at this point has to be optional. If I have the time, I'm gonna try to work on it. Otherwise, you know, it's something that I could work on in my free time. But at the moment, the preconcepted main focus has to be the Kangol event by far. This is just how I feel. That's why I put so much work into the head, into the body. It just conveys how I feel, which is overloaded. This is just my head trying to get out of this. Get out of my... try to get into my mind palace and just say, please. You know? I want to have fun. I want to have fun and I don't want to be here. I do want to be here and I do want to do the work, but honestly, it's been really tight. As you can see, I've been really tired and my head has been wandering this entire video because I just don't know. But I still need to do the daily drawing. And then I need to go to work for the next 5 days. And I haven't slept yet today, so I don't even know if I'm going to sleep. I should try to get the daily drawing done. I've done most of the stuff that I need to do for this day. But once I turn this in, I'll look forward to the future. I don't think I could sleep before I do my daily drawing. So maybe this daily drawing today will not be the best, but hey, that's life. That's life. It's all about setbacks. As long as you make the daily and you put in the work, eventually the rest will fall. But yeah, that's about it. I'm really tired. Sorry for the kind of lackluster, long, elongated video. It took me a while to organize my thoughts and put them out onto the table metaphorically. But anyway, this has been Zero Convert. Like and follow for... like and subscribe for more content going into the future. And until next time or something, I'll see you all later. Thanks so much for watching.